Oh boy, this is gonna be a very embarrassing video. And not only is this gonna be an embarrassing video, but the next one that I'm gonna do for Patreon is also gonna be incredibly embarrassing because I'm gonna be talking about erectile dysfunction, for crying out loud. But fuck it. You know, this is like a two-parter. This week, we're gonna be talking about premature ejaculation. Now, premature ejaculation is a funny subject by definition, right? What is it? It's basically that you're with some girl and all of a sudden you come too fast, too early, prematurely. Yeah. Okay. How could I put this? Okay, fuck it. Let's just dive right into this fucker, shall we? Why does premature ejaculation happen? It happens for two reasons. Number one, you're overexcited, and number two, you're young, okay? See, because when you get older, you're not gonna have premature ejaculation that often, if ever, okay? Now, what happens is that, see, you are overly stimulated, not necessarily physically, but mentally. Maybe you're just ready to have sex with a girl, right? I mean, you're at the doorsteps. I mean, she's naked, you're just about to get down to it, and, you know, maybe you just stick it in a little bit and you come like that. And it's over, right? Because what happens is that for a guy, for most guys, it takes a while for your pecker to get hard again after it ejaculates. You ejaculate once, and it might be, you know, as little as perhaps 30 minutes, 45 minutes before it can get hard again. It could be as long as 4, 5, 6 hours. It could be a whole fucking day, okay? So for all intents and purposes, you come prematurely, and it's curtains for the sexual experience, which is something that the girl is not gonna fucking like. Oh yeah, because you have to understand, see, women want long sex, okay? See, girls, they don't necessarily mind if they don't have an orgasm, okay? Which most guys, I know in my own case in particular, yeah, I do not understand this. I know most guys don't understand it either, but I've talked to a number of women about this particular issue, right? Both women that I've been involved with, and also women that just, you know, just talking about this subject, right? Random women of different sorts, right? And the thing is, see, for women, it's not that big of a deal if they don't come. But see, they like the actual act of sex. They get off on it. They don't need to orgasm, but they do need to experience intercourse. And they like it long. I mean, for a long time. And if you come prematurely, well, then it's not going to be a long time now, is it? And she's going to get pissed off. I mean, I say pissed off like, not quite in quotation marks, but she is going to be upset about it. She's not going to like it, right? And she's not going to say much to you, but she's going to look at you as if it's your failure. She will. And she might pretend that it's okay, or it happens, blah, blah, but deep down, she's not going to like it, okay? And any words that she says otherwise, she's just trying to be polite. She's trying to not hurt your feelings. But the fact of the matter is that she is not going to like the fact that you came quick. And if she is, I mean, let me put it to you this way. If it's a girl that you wanted to fuck just for fun, I mean, not a potential relationship, but just like a one-night stand or a short-term relationship, that'll probably be the only fuck you'll ever get from her. Because she's not going to waste her time with you on a second potential, you know, premature ejaculation. No, she's not going to do that, yeah? If you have like some sort of emotional connection and you come quick the first time, well, maybe she'll give you a second chance. More likely than not, she will, to the degree that she's really into you, right? But something more casual, no, she's going to, you know, that'll be that. That'll be that. And so it's important. It's kind of important, and you have to deal with it. And so let me tell you how to deal with it. Now, the way you deal with premature ejaculation is simplicity itself, okay? I mean, if you're a young guy that this has happened to at least once, or you're afraid that it's going to happen to you, okay, this is what you do. See, on the day you're going to fuck some girl, suppose you're going to fuck her like, I don't know, on 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m., you know, in the afternoon, evening, night, right? You jerk off before noon. Yeah, simple as that. And problem solved, yeah? You jerk off like around like, I don't know, in the morning in the shower, right? And, when you hook up with her, like in the evening, you'll be set, okay? You'll be set and you shouldn't have any problem. Now, if you are particularly horny or particularly whatever, right, that, jerking off in the morning and you still that night you try to have sex with a girl and you come prematurely again, then jerk off at like, say, 1 p.m. I mean, you see my point. Try to jerk off, not so much time between the time you jerk off and the time you actually have sex with her, okay? Because what will happen is that, see, your body won't have time to recover, as it were, and so your dick will be hard, and you'll be able to fuck her a long time, like they say, and not come, because that's what you want to do. You want to stave off orgasm, right? And so, this is the best advice I can give you. It certainly worked for me. When I was younger, this happened to me when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and even into my 30s, that sometimes I would ejaculate prematurely. Or sometimes what would happen was that I'd be having sex with a girl and I was so worried about ejaculating prematurely that I didn't really enjoy the sexual experience. I was so focused on not coming and like just fucking her and, the old in, out, and just having the minutes tick by, but not come. That for me, it was like a chore. It was like fucking work. It was not fun, okay? And it might have happened to you too. It might be that, you don't you don't ejaculate prematurely, but the effort, the concentration you require to not come prematurely just ruins the whole experience. Well, this is what you do. You jerk off beforehand, okay? You got to experiment. You got to know your own body. You got to figure out, well, if I jerk off, say, 4 hours before having sex with a girl, will my pecker get hard? Will I be good to go? If yes, then do it 4 hours before. If you need 6 hours or 8 hours or however many hours your body needs, well, figure it out, okay? The easy way to figure this out, okay, is very simple: experiment. Okay, experiment, jerk off once, okay, and then wait a few hours. Wait, 4 hours, 6 hours, and look at some porn and see if you can jerk off again. I mean, have your dick get hard, and jerk off again. If you can do it, then you'll know more or less how much time you need between the time you jerk off and then you're gonna fuck the girl, okay? But you got to be prepared in this shit. Don't think that you can be spontaneous and let the chips fall where they may. Fuck that, okay? You want to deliver a strong sexual performance. I'm telling you how to do it. Now, a lot of times, there are some guys who, they can masturbate, like 2 hours before they're gonna fuck some girl, and they still ejaculate prematurely, okay? Now, what's going on is that they're too hyped up, number one, and many times what's going on is that the guy has not been having that much sex. And so because of it, when he is he's gonna likely have sex, his body, subconsciously or unconsciously, or however you want to describe it, his body just says, okay, the second you stick it in, just ejaculate, okay? It's because there's been a lack of sexual opportunities in the past. And this is something that you have to get a handle on, okay? You got to get a handle on it, because what will happen is that, see, if you are in the situation where you have just not had that many sexual opportunities in the past, right? And you are ejaculating prematurely, even though you've masturbated like 2 hours before, and you knew you were going to have sex, and you masturbated 2 hours before so that you wouldn't come prematurely, but you still did. It's because your body just figures that this is the best shot, just come right now, no matter what. And so what you have to do is sort of like get more girls. Basically, that's the only solution. Have sex with more girls, more often. Okay, just get more relaxed. And I've said before in previous Patreon videos, hookers, I don't have a problem with them. Hookers and escorts, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and you can't be like all like backed up, so to speak. If you have the means and the prostitutes or escorts are available, I would suggest you hire a few escorts to get it out of your system. Because sometimes your body, because of the lack of sexual opportunities, your body is sort of like, it's not sabotaging you. You have to understand, your body is thinking, this pussy is the only pussy I'm going to see for quite some time, so I'm going to come as quickly as possible. Okay? And so by doing this, your body is sabotaging you, because the girl that you're with, she's not going to like it that you came immediately. And she's not going to want to have sex with you again. And so you're going to have fewer sexual opportunities. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see what I mean? And so that's why this is something that you have to deal with. Now, there aren't any pills for this problem. I mean, next week when I talk about erectile dysfunction, I'll tell you about the different pills that exist and the effects that they have on you. But insofar as premature ejaculation, there's no pill. Okay? There's no pill, and insofar as if you're having some sort of psychological problem and coming too quickly, it's something that you're going to have to work out. Okay? Now, this has been my experience. I've never had this particular problem. I mean, it's happened to me a time or two. I can't recall offhand specifically, but the point I'm trying to make is that it's been my experience that women, the women you are with, assuming that it's more than just a one-night stand, that you know her a little bit, okay? That it's more than just a one-night stand, and that you guys have some sort of ongoing relationship, right? More likely than not, she will be very understanding if you just tell her, you know, I don't know what the fuck happened. If you whine about it like a little fucking soy boy bitch, I'm coming too fast, I don't know, and go on and on and on and on about it, then the girl's just going to be fucking bored. She's not going to want to fuck you, okay? But if you're like, Jesus Christ, man, I don't know what the fuck happened, you know, I'm so pissed off at myself, and just leave it at that, she'll be understanding, and you'll be able to move on and have another go, okay? Sometimes in that very night, okay, it can be, and I remember thinking about it now as I'm talking to you about it, I remember one time when it did happen to me. It happened to me like early on, and it was sort of like, oh fuck, you know, that's that. And we did something, we had something to eat, we talked a while, and then I got horny again, and then we fucked a second time. It must have been like, I don't know, an hour later or something like that. And that time it worked out great, okay? And you know, it all was forgiven, as it were, right? Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that, see, sometimes you can fall into like the premature ejaculation. But what you do is that, you know, you don't call it an evening. You know, extend it, see what happens, see if your body recovers. And if it does recover, then you might be able to salvage a little dignity, you know what I'm saying? And see, insofar as sex is concerned, if you come prematurely at the first time that you have sex, but then you have that very night sex again with a girl, and it's good sex and lasts a long time and all the rest of it, you know, all will be forgiven, all will be forgotten, you know, and it'll be like a funny episode that happened, but not something that will define your relationship. You see what I'm saying? Now, the obvious question is, how long is it till the sex qualifies as good sex? You know, if you go 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you're getting into the ballpark. If you're fucking some girl for half an hour without coming and you're still hard, that's going to be pretty good, because sex is a quantity issue, okay? The quantity is the quality. The longer you are fucking her, the more she's going to call it good sex. Yeah? It's as simple as that. It's a numbers game, see? And so bad sex is sex that lasts, you know, under a minute. That is what a girl considers bad sex. Yeah? And good sex is sex that lasts like an hour, and both of you are drenching sweat, and it's like a fucking puddle in the bed. Okay? That's good sex. So this issue of premature ejaculation is a non-trivial issue. It's something that you should pay attention to. Now, if you don't have this problem, great. If you do have this problem sporadically, I've given you the solution. If you have this problem continuously, I mean, it goes on, and it's not just one girl, it's multiple girls on multiple occasions in multiple situations, and you tried the whole thing of jerking off before, and it didn't work because you still come prematurely and all the rest of it, and it's not an issue that you have few sexual opportunities, or you have had few sexual opportunities and your body is sort of sabotaging you. I mean, if it's just a thing that, you know, everything that I've told you in this video so far, you've done or is not an issue, and you're still ejaculating prematurely, then go see a doctor, okay? Because there's something wrong, okay? And it's as simple as that. If it happens to you once in a while, it happens to everybody. It happens to everybody, okay? And don't worry about it. You gotta take sex with a sense of humor. Sex is very, very important, yeah? It's extremely important. Precisely because of that, you can laugh at it. You can find it funny, because sometimes it is funny. Sometimes it's wildly funny, right? I'm not going to go into the specifics, but you can imagine, some of the shit that happens when you're having sex. It's funny as fuck, right? But if you make it like a big deal in your head, if you're all stressed out about sex, then not only are you not going to enjoy it, it's not going to be very good. And the woman you're with is not going to enjoy it, okay? So you have to take it like with a grain of salt. You have to take it with a sense of humor. You have to take it like no fucking big deal. And if you do ejaculate prematurely, don't cry and whine and mope about it. Frankly, the healthy attitude is to just laugh about it. Because I will tell you this, it will happen to you. If it hasn't happened already, which I would find weird, because most of the time when you're young, it happens the first few times you have sex, right? But if you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and it happens, laugh about it, because it's fucking funny and it's no big deal. Okay? Okay. Next week, I'll be talking about erectile dysfunction.